for my last job. Can I stay with your place? And it made sense as well because half of the time I'm mostly at work, so I don't really need a place to stay. All I just need a place just to sleep, wake up, go to work. The first 2 weeks of living with this guy was really good. But then after the first 2 weeks, I started noticing changes in it. I was like, Juba, what's going on? So I started noticing that it was acting different. I started moving myself away from him slowly. But obviously I didn't want it to make it feel uncomfortable. I think, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he behaving like that? But I remember there were some incidents that happened that made me feel, wow, something is really changing. I remember I came back from work and I was relaxing in the lounge. Next minute, I see this guy. He was holding a knife. He started going around me. It was like, they're against me, they're attacking me. I'm like, yo, hold on. Who's they? Who's they? Because the only person that was in the room was me and him. So who's they? Who's they? But I don't know, because I was naive at that time, I didn't really take notice. I just thought, alright, cool, maybe he's just joking around. But then also, because he had a knife in his hand, I wasn't sleeping properly. I was using one eye to just watch him, so that I know what I need to do next in case anything happens. Second one, he wanted to send money to his parent back in London. Next minute, he started wrapping the money in tinfoil, saying a lot of gibberish comments. So honestly, as I'm sitting, I'm thinking, yo, what's going on? Since then, I started moving away. This was the final straw. I've just finished from work. Now, at my workplace, the shift patterns was breakfast, lunch and dinner. Breakfast was normally about 6:30 to like 8:30 in the morning. Lunch was about 12 to 3 and dinner was about 6 to 9. As I've had a morning shift, I went to work, I've done the breakfast, I'm coming back home and I see this guy on Snapchat saying, bye to my mum, bye to my dad. Whoa. But because I was so tired from work, I saw this Snapchat and I just thought, I think he's just joking about. So as I come back home, I just went to sleep. Next minute, his flatmate comes, banging on the door. I've seen him, I see his stories on Snapchat. Obviously I've seen it, but obviously I didn't want to make it look like I've seen it. So I was like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Blah, blah. They showed it to me. I was like, wow. So obviously I'm just acting along because I didn't want to get involved. And plus, I'm not meant to be there, living there as well. So I didn't want to get involved in that stuff because I know if I get involved, I'm going to end up leaving that accommodation. Next minute, the flatmate was like, call the police, call the police. I was like, use your phone to call the police, because at the back of my mind, I'm thinking, if I get involved in this, I'm leaving this accommodation. So obviously I don't want to leave the accommodation yet. So I told her, you use your phone to call the police. She just said, my battery died. Next to her was me. So she said to me, use your phone to call the police. So obviously I had to call the police. So I called the police and I explained the situation. For the next 2 weeks, I was just doing tours in the police station. After that, they found out that he's in London with his parents and he's all safe. He came back to Oxford. And when I saw this guy, he was not the same at all. You could tell in his face, he's put on weight. You could tell the depression of the mental health really hit him.